Hey guys, welcome to Rescue Wrangler Ranch. Today we're going to show you guys our outdoor tortoise enclosure. Come on, let me show you what we did. The first thing I want to notice is we built this to block the north wind. So when the wind blows, it kind of keeps it a little bit warmer. The other thing that we did is we built it right next to the metal shed, so it radiates that heat and kind of keeps it that little bit warmer. So like every good tortoise enclosure should have, add these flaps so the tortoises can go in and out. And we like it to keep the heat in and the turtles can come in and out freely. That's a real positive thing that we like to have. Now something that we do have is we will put some boards in front of it when it's really cold and we don't want the turtles to come out, to keep them inside and know that they're warm, and we don't have to worry about them getting out stuck in the cold any nights or even cold days. So we added this sliding glass door for a greenhouse effect, and you can see how the sun shines in there. The turtles are able to warm themselves up, able to get sunlight in there, and it's easy to get to. This is kind of one of the reasons we wanted to get there. I could get to the turtles easy. I could get in, I could pull the turtle out or access the turtles if we needed to. Why don't you come on in and let me show you what the inside looks like. So we have a 6x8 by 8 foot tall. So I have plenty of room to stand up. And over here, this is where the magic happens. We have radiant heaters suspended so I could raise them up as the turtles get bigger, or to move them, if a turtle hits them, it will not smash anything. So we have them suspended so they have plenty of room to get underneath it and stay warm, and you can kind of see where their spots are. And then over here, we have our food container of Missouri, and we put it in to a food bowl. And what we do is we use a terracotta bowl for the outside, and this is just for in here. We have a whole nother setup outside. And we also have a water dish. So we use the terracotta bowl because it's really good for their beaks. They're able to kind of chew the food, and it'll kind of wear their beaks down and kind of keep it trimmed to where it needs to be. We also have the water dishes, and over here you can kind of see when it gets really cold, they have the radiant heaters, but we also have an ambient heater. This is an oil heater. It's not going to catch anything on fire, which is really nice, that I'm always worried about. Like if something were to happen while I'm not here, no fire, but it will heat the air, will heat the area up just fine. We insulated this whole place. Every square inch is insulated with spray foam. And I also want to show you guys, it's important that you have a thermometer. And we have a 2 setup system. So on the heated side, we have 90 degrees. And on the non-heated side, it is 79 degrees. And look here, we have Rocket. This is our leopard tortoise. He's a big boy. He's about 23 pounds. Let's get him outside. He needs to enjoy the sun a little bit. He likes it inside because it is so nice. But he's already getting some of the sun, but we like to get him outside, get some fresh air, eat some real grass, and he'll enjoy it out here. And one of the other things, I showed you guys the thermometer, but check this out real quick. Look here, we have another thermometer, and this gets hooked up to an app on my phone, and we have a spot in the house. So we can monitor wirelessly. I could be at dinner at McDonald's and check the turtles and make sure everything is looking good. We don't have to worry about what the temperature is. I could check it in the house. If we lose power, I could come out here and check. And that's the other beautiful thing. I don't have to come all the way out here. As long as I see this green light on, I know that we have power. We know we have heat going to this place, and the turtles are going to be good and safe. Now, I still have to come check them every night before dark to make sure that they're in and set up for the night, because if they get stuck outside in the cold, we don't want that at Rescue Wrangler Ranch. We like to keep our turtles really safe and really nice. So, with a good turtle pen, they have to have a good substrate. And what I didn't like is having to come in and rep the bark and any of that kind of stuff So we opted for putting natural dirt, and I raised it up. I put a 6-inch board here, and we raised it up so water will not get in, but then I also have it so they can dig as deep as they want to go. And these are not digging breeds. These are not sulcatas. So they're going to dig just to kind of wallow, just to get to their comfortable, their area. And also where we could grow grass, because we do have a greenhouse type setup. So I think that's a really good thing. And you can kind of see how they find their spots, they dig, and they kind of hang out. And we'll come in here, we'll water every now and then to water some of the grass in, and I expect in the springtime more grass to be growing in here. I don't expect it to look like a lawn, but I do expect to have a little bit of grass for them. But they get to go where they want to go in such a big area. So we built this. It is 8 feet wide, 8 feet tall, 6 feet deep. And we have a few things that we're still going to add to this. I still want to put a camera in here, a wireless camera. We're going to add another set of plastic stuff on the inside for a little bit more heat retention for when the wind blows, or if a turtle's sitting there, it doesn't open up as much. And let me show you the outside real quick. Let me show y'all how we built the roof. I had some old tin laying around, and we made it waterproof, and we've got all the way on the side so no water comes in from the top. Not to say it would be bad, because we have a drainage system built in with the dirt. So this is our outdoor enclosure that is currently used at Rescue Wrangler Ranch. We just built this in the summer, getting ready for this winter, and we knew we had some turtles coming. All right, so this enclosure is going to last us for another few years, at least for Onyx. Onyx is our big Aldabra tortoise. He's only 40 pounds, but he's going to grow. In probably the next year, he'll double in weight here at the ranch. Just knowing how much he's already been eating and the life he has here, he's going to be about 60 to 80 pounds next year. So he should still fit in this, and I have it designed where I could raise the entrance. And this is something that you have to think about, guys. If you're ever building an enclosure, I have it where I could raise this up as we need to if I want to keep Onyx in this enclosure. I do have some plans for something for the future, but for Rocket's going to be 23 pounds. This is about as big as he's going to get. He might get a little bit bigger, but he's not getting much bigger. So he is very good for this enclosure. I designed it to kind of keep him in this forever. If he gets to another enclosure that we're planning on building, that's okay too. But we're looking for the future. We're looking at the babies that are growing up. This enclosure is going to be really good for them as well. So right now, we currently have 3 tortoises in this enclosure. We have Onyx, the Aldabra. We have Rocket, our leopard tortoise. And we have Dixie, who is our radiated tortoise. Now, we have to keep a special eye on Dixie because she's just at the size of not keeping her inside and going outside. So we have her outside, but we really monitor and make sure that she's safe, make sure she's doing okay. And we know that Rocket and Onyx are very gentle. We've had some tortoises in the past that we'd had rescued that had a little aggression problems, some sulcatas. So we keep them away. We make sure, like Rocket going in right now, exactly what you want to see. He can go in, he can enjoy his hut. But we have 3 turtles right now in this enclosure that live in our thing. Now, we could also house a few more if we had more rescues that we get later. They could go in here as well. There's plenty of space for them. I designed it to have plenty of space. But again, if you're gonna build something, waterproof the outside. We put paint, we put waterproof the, what's it called, weathered boards from plywood. Find you a nice opening. You do not have to do this. This is just something we found, and it works really good for our stuff. And I also want to show you, think about the future. You want to think about how big your turtles are going to get. You want to think about exactly what you're going to use it for and how long you're going to use it for. If your turtle's going to grow to 500 pounds, you have to have some kind of growth for your enclosure. I also would come back and add, like I did, a board, so if they rub on it, they're not rubbing on the glass. So that's what we did at the bottom down here. So we really thought this through. We have a lot of designs with this. And let me show you why we designed it like this, because let me show you what we used to use. All right, let me go show you guys this old enclosure that we had, and it was right here. And actually, you can kind of see this grass is a little bit different. This is where we moved it to when we were building this, and it kind of killed the grass. Now we have good growth of weeds and stuff growing, which is really nice for the enclosure. So let's go show you. We're gonna hop the fence over here. This is the beauty of this fence, is I could get in and out with just a little leg swing, flip over. Dogs, they don't want to get over that, so that's cool. All right, so this is our last enclosure that we had at the ranch. This enclosure kind of had it boarded up at the very end, but this enclosure, this is where the turtles would go in, and I was able to come over here and open this up. Now this is a really cool design because it was already insulated. It wasn't very big. I didn't have to heat a lot of the space. The turtles could get in there. But the problem is when I needed to get a turtle out, I just couldn't lift 100 pounds over there. I'd have to crawl in, and the substrate mixed with everything else that the turtles leave behind, you can kind of see, it just wasn't fun to get in. But this is what we used, and it worked really good. There's just not enough growth with this. So I wanted something to be able to get into that I could easily walk in and out of. If I had to be a cold, wet day and I wanted to check the turtles, I don't have to come out here, open it up. I could just look through the glass door. I could see if everyone's in there without letting the heat out. And water is another thing. Some of the water would come in and kind of, it wouldn't flood, but it would get it wet. And I didn't want that. So I wanted to put an actual roof on there. And this design served its purpose. It got me through what I needed to get through. And the first setup we had was an old deep freeze. We gutted it out. We opened a hole, and these were when we had Rocket was a juvenile, about this big, and he could get in, he could get out, and it was insulated, and it got too small for them to actually turn around in, so we had to go to something a little bit bigger. And then that's when we decided we're gonna go ahead and get this, because I was the one climbing in there, pulling these turtles out, checking the turtles to make sure that they were healthy. Hey guys, thanks for coming out and checking out our turtle enclosure at the Rescue Wrangler Ranch. We appreciate you stopping by. Remember, like and subscribe. That way we can get some more videos. I got something really cool planned for you guys in the future. And lastly, happy tails, y'all.